Greetings, everybody, and welcome to episode 101 of the Sickcast, aka the Siblings in Cardboard podcast. I'm your host, Donnie, joined by my buddies / co-hosts, Noah and Thomas. Whether you're a veteran card gamer or a first-timer just testing the waters, we are all Siblings in Cardboard. Gentlemen, how have things been since the last time we talked?
Dude, I've been busy, and it's like flesh and blood busy, too. I've got like other things that keep me busy, but I've been really flesh and blood busy this past week.
Like with what? What all you been doing? I haven't done a whole heck of a lot myself.
I drove to Alabama and lost a winning in for top 8. And then I drove to Alabama again this weekend and lost a winning in to top 8. But Andrew Cook got his invite to Yokohama. And that was the quest. So quest succeeded. Congrats to Andrew Cook. He has his Pro Tour invite and he is like 99% certain he's going. So
that's awesome.
The system kind of working, right? Because he's actually relieved he doesn't even have to bother going to any others. If he wants to come up to the local ones, he can just show up and hang out at the local ones.
Doesn't get to play, but yeah.
No, doesn't get to play, and oh god, I hate that. But anyway, we've already talked about that. We won't talk about that anymore. Let's see. Also, I hopped on the Tunic Counter podcast with our other locals who like to do podcast stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we talked about RKO.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just saw that episode pop up. I literally just left a comment on their podcast like a couple of days ago saying, when are we going to do a collab? And then I noticed like a few minutes later that Noah had been on their podcast, and now I hear that you've been on their podcast. Like, what's going on here? I'm starting to feel some kind of way.
It's because you left for forever. Like,
yeah, I mean, this was all during some downtime. Like,
imagine Donnie goes on the Tunic Counter podcast, but it's not even on his own podcast.
I mean, Donnie? Yeah. that would have been kind of bad. Yeah. True.
Been grinding out theory crafting. I took like a totally different list of RKO. Same concept, but like maybe like an 8-card difference or so. Which when you're trying to play a deck that always goes to like turn 10, that's usually pretty significant. It's better. It is better. There's some other things I need to fix, but we found some weaknesses in the deck and we have shored them up. And then I got to play my first round of top 8 in the league that means nothing finally. It took about 3 weeks to get the game scheduled. It was pretty rough. And man, it was so anticlimactic. It was -IO into gravy. And okay, so I'm second seed, so I get to go first, right? So I choose first, and it's like Cerebellum on top, Red Boom Grenade in hand. So I put the Cerebellum out, no crank. Put a Red Boom Grenade out, no crank. Arsenal pass. And he just throws like a measly like 8 into me. And I do the thing you're not supposed to do. He like spends his action point at the end to throw 6 into me. I block with Crown. It was just vanilla 6. I don't even bottom my arsenal. I bottom a Red Boom Grenade out of hand. Because I looked at my hand. My hand was like red, yellow, red. And I had a blue on top. I'm like, man, this hand is good if I have a blue. I'm going to do it. So
okay,
I block with Crown, which against someone who likes to run Arsenal Disruption, with Conquer the High Seas and stuff, is usually a big no-no. Well, anyway, I double Pulse Wave Harpoon him the next turn. So he has no turn. He puts an Anka out. That's his response for the turn. Put Anka out. Pretty good against -IO, right? Like, that's the one that says you activate him, discard an ally, or a card with Watery Grave, and you can make me discard a card the first time I draw during a turn. So I draw my hand after arsenaling a heist, and my hand is a Protocol Red and an Expedite. That's the 0 for 3 go again. If it hits, I could put an item into play. So I boost Expedite into Anka, and he goes, "Yep, that's good." So he doesn't even have like an ally in his hand to discard to activate Anka. And I go put a Protocol Red into play as an instant at instant speed, crank it, get an action point. So now I get my free draw. Yep, and then I go Spark a Genius. No, I boost another Fast and Furious, go back up to 1 counter on my Cerebellum, then Spark a Genius for another Cerebellum. Also doing a thing you're not supposed to do. is go ahead and go 2 Cerebellums deep. But I'm like, whatever. I probably won't connect a boom grenade this turn. I'm just gonna go 2 Cerebellums deep. And so
Never go 2 Cerebellums deep.
Dude. So I draw. I have a blue in hand. It's a T-bone blue. I'm like, this card's not great. I'll throw it if I have to. I'll keep it. So I play the Spark of Genius. I draw another blue, and I'm like, no. This is the next turn. I draw up and I go. I have one blue in hand. I activate my Tekla Foundry Heart. Go up to 4 resources. Draw a red zipper hit off the top. Throw zipper hit, and he blocks. And you remember I arsenaled Heist. So he blocks, takes 2, and I'm like, well, break gloves, +2, Heist for 7. So I had 4 resources, right? 1 for the zipper hit, 2 for the Heist, I have 1 floating. And he goes, man, Gravy sucks at blocking. No blocks. I'm like, he's like, I'll take 7. I'm like, activate Dios once per turn. Red Boom Grenade, play, crank.
Right.
Yep. So hit him for 11. He's down at 18 now, and I have 2 action points still. So I use the other Cerebellum. I draw a Max V to put in the arsenal and shoot him for 2. Put the Max V in the arsenal. He's sitting on those 2 cards. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's got 2 blues in hand. He's gonna conk me out of arsenal and then play and then do something. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I'm like a little worried. He might try to disrupt my arsenal, and I wasted this card draw. Game Max V. Nope. He does like a little bit of damage to me, moves on, and I commence to do 0 to 60 red into 0 to 60 red into Fast and Furious red into Max V with 2 boom grenades out into usually Protocol red that I got off the top and got an extra action point to buy my Max V and Max V him again. Yep.
Wow.
This is the game we waited 3 weeks to play. I'm sorry, my guy. At least you were crushing Lorcana, and that's why you weren't able to hit me up the previous weekends. He was busy just wrecking Lorcana circuits. So, but I've got the Flesh and Blood circuit held down. At least you're winning money in Lorcana. I'm not winning anything. I'm just gonna brag about like high rolling people with Dio. So top 4, 2 more games. I shouldn't have to play. I don't think I have to play the person I lost to in the last round until finals. I think we will meet in finals if we both win our games. So I either think I face off against either a Syndra or a Cilio. So I'm extremely favored into both of those. Man, I've got a good row into winning the league that means nothing. I'll be a league that means nothing champion. I can't wait.
I mean, I'm sure it means something. It means something to somebody, right?
I think I get a playmat. I'm down.
Cool. Willie B still has my playmat from the League That Means Nothing season 3. I still haven't got that from him. He picked it up for me while he was in London. I need to remind him about that. Shoot him a message.
I'm sure he has it somewhere. I bet he's forgotten about it too at this point. Okay. So, and now I'm trying to convince Noah to go to a ProQuest tomorrow at Heroes and Villains down in Warner Robin.
What if I'm not a hero or a villain?
But I mean, you could be the ampersand in the middle.
That's actually so good.
What time does it start?
My guess, like 5 something, 6 something, so people aren't there till 1 in the morning. Oh, if we have to talk about things that we don't like that's changed about Flesh and Blood, the event locator, terrible. Guys, please fix your event locator. It wasn't great beforehand, but it's almost unusable now. If you haven't experienced it, ugh.
I haven't looked.
It's really
wasn't
bad,
sure I'd be
man.
able to get to any.
When they first launched it didn't properly localize your time either. Everything was in NTZ time. Okay, but yeah.
Lots of updates.
You showed up to an armory.
I did. I showed up to an armory with my brother. I picked up the Pleiades armory deck and decided to run that for the evening. Didn't bother to do any upgrades, just straight armory deck Pleiades, and promptly went loss, buy. for the I got the bye in the last round for the first time I've been able to come out in a while. Hopefully I'm consistent now, so that I should be able to come back out this Tuesday. And I've tweaked it a couple ways. I got some stuff coming in the mail, but it's gonna be a little while. Pleiades is fun. Pleiades is so freaking cool.
You're playing Pleiades, who is a little weak. I think she still needs maybe like an expansion card. She's close. Also, she's very difficult.
Yeah. Well, oh my god. I've never played an instant speed hero before, so figuring out the timings on when it was appropriate to do things, like, yeah, I could do things on the opponent's turn, but it wasn't always optimal. That's the first time I've had to think about that kind of stuff, and I got the same kind of energy playing her that I got the first time I played New. So this is a big deal for me. Oh my goodness, this hero is so freaking cool.
I'm pretty sure
and
she's
like I said,
hero
the whole
mastery, so I totally suggest you keep putting time into her.
Yeah, I'm going to be putting a lot more time into her. I've been following a creator I just discovered after looking into some Pleiades content. A lot of people are following. His name's Yuto, but he's new to me, so he's got some good content. If anybody is interested in Pleiades or Acilio, he does a lot of Acilio content too. Anybody out there that's interested in that stuff, check him out. But other than that, I hadn't done a whole lot else Flesh and Blood related. Just, stalking Twitter. Always stalking Twitter. Always, looking around at different things. But nah, that was my week. I got to go to an armory. I got to play a brand new hero that I am probably about to fall in love with and become obsessed with.
So, Noah, what about you?
I play Talishar. It's close, right? It's very close. It's not. We're close. Like I know I've said this now for forever, but I opened up all my Super Slam because I just wanted to see if I could get lucky. Not all of it, but most of it. I did not get lucky, so I just pulled the trigger on the final cards. And so I have everything on the way, ready to go. It'll all be foiled, except for the Sunken Treasures and the Golden Tipple Blues. Those could technically be treasure. But I left myself 6 cards to trade for, to try and, like,
the chase.
Enjoy some chase. That plus Cold Foil Eye of Ophidia and Cold Foil Null Rune Boots, but everything else is maxed out. We're good. It's on its way.
No
Crown got authenticated. Yeah, I know, scrub. It's crazy. I'm gonna be riffle shuffling that deck, thinking, my God, what am I doing? The only thing that can make it worse is if they decided to put Command and Conquers in the deck for whatever reason, and then I have to go get the Kasai and Conquers. That would actually be the gut punch, because I don't think I can afford it.
I don't think you'll ever be there.
Oh God, I still need those Kasai and Conquers though. It's a problem. I guess need is a strong word. Aggressively want is another one. No. But I'm still sold on Merlin. I don't know. I mean, I find games where you just lose because you lose, but like I don't really care. Like I like the turns. I like the way they feel. I like 3 of a kind. I like being greedy. I like breaking gold. I like shooting people for 15 harpoons and go fishing twice or 3 times even. I like watching people block with all the cards I'm going to take from their hand anyway. I think it's amazing. I think it's fun. People don't get turns, and I think it's really, really fun. I think that is very fun. I think it is extremely fun to take your turn away from your opponent over and over again for 10 turns in a row. The Verdance matchup is a little weird. I don't particularly like playing against Verdance. I don't particularly care against playing against Verdance.
You're unfavored.
It feels unfavored just because the math is always bad. Like I need the blues to shoot the harpoons, and I can't really feed you the arcane barrier, and it just feels rough.
They could actually dump their hand pretty often too. To go fishing even when you do hit.
They got good blocks too. I mean, being earth and stuff, like they're actually really insulated against it. So Verdance is always a little unfun. I think Gravy's also just kind of tricky to navigate sometimes, but. And Warriors are a little tough too. I actually feel
I don't know how
bad
you beat
playing against them.
Kasai. Like,
yeah, I don't either. I don't know how I beat the dual wield warriors, and like even Dory for example. Like I just don't know how I know how to play the deck, and the deck just has a good edge into it. So I always keep
What's the
Dory on the
issue?
back burner.
What's the issue in
they
the
have
warriors?
reactions. They have reactions.
Yeah.
Overpower is not a keyword in Kasai. It's a little better into
Dory.
some versions of Dory, because some versions of Dory are a little bit more front pump heavy. But it's like the only front pumps you're gonna find in Kasai are like Unsheathed and Raise an Army,
Slice and dice, maybe
Slice and Dice, and then Blood on Her.
Oh, spoils too.
However, the bluefin, redfin, and yellowfin like almost all hit if you actually hit.
Like you're yeah, but they block really well. They've got access to what you call it. I can't even think of the damn boots. I haven't used them in 800,000 years.
Dynamos?
Boots, man. Yeah, there you go. Valiant Dynamos. They got access to Dynamos. Their value generation is just really crazy. It's
just
they block
giant
well.
battering bolt for 13 for 5 turns. I'll get them. Trust.
I mean, I did think of something else that I thought was pretty cool about the armory that I went to on Tuesday. My brother got to go with me, and it was his first Tuesday since he's been back, and he played Levia, and he actually managed to go 3-0 at the first armory he's been to in a while with Levia, of all heroes.
What were his matchups?
Round 1 was Fang. Round 2 was RKO. Oh, no. I'm sorry. No. Round 1 was the bye. Then round 2 was Fang, and round 3 was RKO.
I'm actually, as an RKO player, I'm a little worried playing Levia because, like, very equal on value to me, but she's got better spike turns.
That game against RKO was kind of wild because it was against our buddy Will from the Tunic Counter Gamers, and he is not afraid of rolling scabs. And rolling scabs is fine if you have dice that don't hate you. Apparently, his dice. I think I saw him roll at least 2 1s, maybe 3 during that game, and it was just there was no saving it because I think Mikey was still over 30 and Will was pushing single digits. It was pretty rough.
Will, I think Will had the bye in round 2, and he or something. Because he had time to come and watch me play, and he watched me play RKO, and he's like, he had an epiphany watching me play my version of the deck. He's like, Thomas, how often do you roll scabs? I'm like, 1 in 3 games? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, rolling scabs sucks. So like the scenarios that you roll scabs are, you're ridiculously ahead, but you're worried you're going to lose your lead. I think if you lose the lead at any point, you lose the game. Or you're ridiculously behind, and having 1 action point doesn't do anything. Or the very rare cases where your opponent's willing to just block 6. And you're like, if I can't throw more than 6, I'll just pass. It literally does nothing if I just pass here. But if I get 2 or 3 action points. Oh, because RKO does some really mean stuff. Like, imagine throwing a Nimby at someone for 1, and you're like 1, maybe 6, with 2 action points left.
Oof.
And opponent's just like,
yeah.
Oh, well, man, this feels like Bonds of Agony.
Well, that is really freaking cool. But that also triggered another memory. Sorry. The reason I probably got so excited about Pleiades is my first round was against Andrew Cook with his Prism deck. So, Pro Tour top 8 competitor Andrew Cook on the deck that he is becoming or has become famous on in the round 1 of my armory with this armory deck. And like my very first real turn of the game was Boulder Drop for 21. And that just felt so good.
Dude,
I got absolutely demolished. Yeah, I got absolutely demolished from that point, but that was the highlight of my night, and I just rode that high for the rest of the evening.
Red Boulder Drop.
Dude, Starvo loves that.
No,
I'm sure he does.
I mean, I don't care about LL at all, but
red boulder drop for like, what is it, 8 dominate into Winter's Will for 4. So messed up.
Ooh.
It's good. But yeah, red boulder drop is one of the coolest cards that she got. And like funny enough, I think the only way to get it is that armory deck.
It's also in the gem pack. I managed to pull one of those out of my gem pack tonight.
Is there like a full art one?
I don't know if it's full art. I know that there's a rainbow foil version somewhere, but I don't know if it's full art or not.
The boulder,
Noah, do you know?
The boulder drop out of the gem pack, I don't believe is a full art. Hold on.
I know the easiest place to actually find this.
February.
Yeah, February actually like shows you all the different printings. Few card details. Nope, just rainbow foil.
Is it out of gem pack rainbow foil?
This is a $12 rare.
Oh, it's cold foil out of the gem pack.
Oh, is it? That's not how it's listed. That's.
I mean, it's being sold right now on TCG Player as a cold foil. This is what it's saying. $17.50 was the last sale.
No,
that has cold foil? There ain't no way.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's misrepresented. I mean, it's the promo one from Gem Pack.
It reminds me, I didn't pick up Battery of Pulps. I need to get those.
Yeah,
but
so,
it's.
Speaking of things, I'm looking for. I doubt you have any between you two, but I want Alpha Blue Nimblism. They're not that expensive.
Definitely don't have it.
They're only like $2, but
what set did it come out of?
Welcome to Wraith.
Alpha?
Oh no.
What Alpha Blue Nimblism for my for my RKO deck?
I don't think I opened maybe but a pack of Alpha. In fact, I think I opened more Arcane Rising Alpha than I've ever opened.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had opened maybe an Alpha pack or just said, "Oh, this is garbage," but you said, "But it's still Alpha," and you set it aside somewhere. If you got a Blue Nimblism in there, I've got a $5 bill with your name on it.
I know I've opened packs of, but I have not recently. That's a major event type thing. I'll go there and find somebody with a box of it, buy a couple packs, and get the cold foil heart. Need to do it to the Eye of Ophidia though, so I can save myself some money.
Good luck, buddy.
I can get an Alpha Blue Foil Nimblism for $2.20. I should just like pull the trigger.
Wait, foil too?
Yeah.
No way.
The card's worthless, man. It's so bad. Yeah, I could get it for $3, and there's like a good number of them too. Someone literally has 18 of them for sale for $3 a piece.
Good gracious!
That guy gets it.
Oh, that guy probably opened a case and said, "I need to get my money back somehow."
He opened more than a case.
Okay.
Speaking of Blue Nimblisms.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see how much Blue Nimbilism is when it's other cards. We have some weird ones. That's the best way. That's the best way I got that.
Best segue I've ever heard.
All right. So before we do this segue, so when I go on a TCG Player, right before I hit the checkout button, I do this one wacky thing that card owners and card stores don't want you to do. And I use the affiliate link in our description. And I do this all the time before I check out. In fact, when I made a gigantic order to get all these damn cards that I probably didn't need to buy for this Marlin deck that I've not set down and even sleeved, it's just in absolute shit sleeves. It's not even sleeved. It's actually in the box, ready to go. I keep adding everything to it. I look at my Marvel list, Codex of Frailties, and I go, gotta add that to the list of one day, even though, that's a catch-22. But they're at least foil. But I used the checkout. So even before I checked out and bought the Authority of Ataya and some other things I was missing, I used the link, hopefully, supposedly. God, I attempted to do it. It's as easy as, by the way, just going to our affiliate link and then checking out. That's all you have to do. In fact, yeah, it's in the description. In fact, that's it. Like, there's no signing up, should probably already have a TCG Player account, but you don't got to sign up for anything extra. You just use the website like normal. So, jumping in, let's talk about some cards, some weird cards, some wild cards, some cards that I didn't even know were going up, and I dug deep for these. Stasis Cell, that's right. Been on everybody's mind recently, hasn't it?
Sure.
Stasis Cell is a $9 non-foil, excuse me. $13 rainbow foil. That's right. Welcome to the club. Up 145% over the last month. Who's buying it?
No one opens.
Not entirely.
Yeah, no one opens it.
Not entirely sure, but they have been selling like hotcakes. I've got a little bit of bright lights left, and I keep it there just in case Tekla ever gets good and I can find that Marvel Singularity finally. Note: I opened for. This is a side note. I tried to find one foil blue drill shot, and I'm still looking. In fact, I have, you can't see it, but I have all the cards from under my bed, and I've been going through and culling all the comments and getting only rares and foils and just like going crazy, and I still can't find it. I opened 4 boxes of Dynasty. I got not one foil drill shot blue. That's how fucked up this is. Okay,
I mean,
I did
you only
open
get
2
24
Emperors.
foils a box.
Listen. One of them's got to be a blue drill shot. I got 2 Emperors, and not a single one of them are a Marvel. I know. It's crazy. I got another cold foil Emperor, my 6-1. Thank you. Thank you for my 6 cold foil.
You should have talked about Emperor later in the segment. It would have been a great segment. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, we're going to come back to Emperor. We got to check how much I made off that cold foil Emperor. Stasis Cell, though, just keep it on the radar. Not entirely sure what's bringing it up. I mean, it's a good card, but it's a little weird. It's a little weird that it's showing up. Maybe some DOs out there targeting some specific cards they don't want to see. It does keep it locked down for quite a few turns, so there is that. This next card's even a little weirder. When I say I dug deep, I try to find some things that were a little interesting. Up only 25%, but it is up. It is recently selling. And it is about $4 to $5 now, when it was less than $1, down to $1.25, sometimes even $1.15. That's Luminalance. Never thought we were going to talk about this card. Neither did I. Luminalance is up a little bit, about $4 or $5. The foils are, I'd say 5 or 6, pretty much the same price, but some popularity, some increase. And if this website actually worked, which it does not, I could tell you how many were sold. But it won't tell me because it's I don't know. I guess I've had these tabs open for too long. That's what happens when you look at the market 4 hours before you actually do the recording. And now it's just broken.
You want to know numbers sold in the past 3 months?
I just want to know how. Well, it's just like recently, just some recently.
Okay, so past 3 months are 50. They're really moving. That's not
actually
a lot.
more than I.
That's more than I would have guessed.
That's more than I would have guessed. 53 in the last 3 months. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay. Either way, Luminalance. I guess it's for Prism more than nothing. I mean, I don't know. Bolton's not real, right? Even with that new card, Bolton's not real.
No one.
To the best of my knowledge.
As far as I know, Bolton's never real.
Sorry, Bolton.
Yeah, sorry, Bolton.
You're just not there.
I mean, facts are facts.
All right. Let's jump to a rare that's a little more expensive. This rare is actually more expensive than Luminalance that we just talked about. And I didn't realize this rare was this expensive. There's also another rare that's really expensive. It is Up Sticks and Run in Rainbow Foil Red. It's actually wildly expensive in Rainbow Foil. I think it's like an $8, $9 Rainbow Foil right now. Criminally expensive.
Man, that card just got banned. So
find those. This one's Malefic Incantation Red from Rosetta. $5 for the rare. That's rainbow foil, but also non-foil's also $5. That's right. You could get yourself a foot-long sub. You used to be able to from Subway when it was $5 for the same price as a Malefic Incantation Red. You could sell one at Subway for a foot long if that guy played Flesh and Blood and understood the value of that card. You could probably equivalent it. That's an equal exchange. If not, you got to sell it to somebody else, and then
and at least a 6-inch bitch.
Yeah, you could probably. Oh shit, maybe. In some case, I think the 6 inches are worth more than the foot longs. It doesn't make any sense. Everything's out of control. None of it makes any sense. Malefic incantations, though, if you're like me and you're sorting through all your bulk and you actually found all your Rosetta and you know exactly where it is because it's right behind you because you just sorted it yesterday, go find those Malefic incantations. They're worth something.
They're actually a little rare because I remember struggling to find them when I first opened Rosetta, and that was a set that I bought a case in. I did not get 3, I recall.
Dang.
It feels short printed. It's almost like Yellow Shred from Dynasty. Although I think that's the Dynasty tax more than anything else. But
if you remember,
and apparently Blue Drill Shot.
The cards, like even within their rarity tiers, have their own rarities to set them as like balanced cards within like in limited. And Red Malefic is kind of a bomb. So, understandably, it might have been a little bit short printed.
This is for recent activity. This has been selling quite a bit. Not necessarily a price hike unless we're looking into the alternate art, in which the alternate art has gone up a bit. I think also they got a rules errata or a rules reprise, so it's not as crazy as it originally was thought it was to be, but it still went up. That's Rewind. People were I know there was a lot of memes going around with the Rewind.
Like, you can bounce allies, you can bounce your own auras. Like, it just says non-attack action.
Oh, no, they did clarify that it has to be on the stack. Yeah. So there still is some interactions. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But it's not as
that card's
criminal, I think. And it's not as criminal as it once was perceived to be.
They're like,
so
we could bounce
don't go
channel
crazy.
Millennium Tree, play it again, and get 6 amp off of 1 tree? That sounds busted. No, you can't.
So maybe you want to rewind your buys on those rewinds. But if you already bought them, hey, those alternate arts are really cool.
Can you?
Then don't do it. Because if you can,
you play it, you put the ability of the channel Millennium Tree on the stack, and then bounce your own channel Millennium Tree. Then you play it again, and you'll have 2 floating, so you can Waning Moon someone 8.
Doesn't the stack have to resolve with? Well, it count that it's actually?
I'd have to check that. That also is really terrible. Don't bother doing it. There are much more broken things for doing. What is that? Like a 4-card 8?
Like you might be able to do it.
Burn Bear Waning Moon, man. Like, I know they could AB a little bit more efficiently, but like
just get it with the old Burn Bear. Burn Bear is a hell of a card, by the way. We aren't gonna talk about it again, but I just want everybody to understand Burn Bear is a hell of a card. Okay, so the rewind thing is not real. Pulse Wave Harpoon. I check on this a lot. I think this is still the Dio effect. I still think Dio's probably one of the hardest to pilot, but also one of the best aggro decks in terms of ceiling. I think it just has the highest ceiling. I think it has turns that are unbeknownst to any aggro deck currently. I think it probably deals the most damage in one single turn at any given time. And it is a force to be reckoned with. Pulse Wave Harpoon's $20. This is definitely a dynasty effect, and also the fact that I think it's one of the best cards ever created. Pulse Wave Harpoon wins games. Pulse Wave Harpoon puts your opponent into a position they never want to be in.
Card is absolutely
and at your discretion. It's criminal.
Tampered down.
Doesn't it just usually hover around that?
What was that?
So doesn't it just usually hover around $20 though?
So realistically, I mean, it's got a 1 month up of 11%, 3 month high of 30%. Usually it's down in the $12 range, $10 to $12. Every once in a while when mechs are back in the zone, and we're talking when it was at the height, when Dio was out and about with the high octane and Twin Drive was 60 and Heist was 40 and things were going crazy. And God, I mean, I think at that point it was probably at 2025 and like everybody just assumed that's where it was. It did go back down to earth. But anytime you see Pulse Wave going up, that to me is a clear indication that people are trying to play mech, whether it's Max, and I don't know why you'd play Pulse Wave, but I guess you could get away with it, whether it's Dio, can't be Dash anymore, but Puffin. So, they're all, Puffin is doing, Puffin doesn't want to play no Pulse Wave?
No.
Probably doesn't boost,
she's
right?
She's doing other broken things. Like she boosts a little
she's
bit,
doing other
but
broken
she's
things.
like throwing Palantirs.
Yeah. God, that ship's wild.
2-card 8.
She's got her
force a block and can eat a 3 block or equipment. Yeah, Palantir's crazy.
I'm just going to instant speed tap my cogs. It's kind of wild. Okay, but Pulse Wave Harpoon. Always want to have a playset. Just keep a playset.
If you're interested in mechs.
Right. You're interested in mechs. Everybody wants to be a mech player. That's why I keep
top 8s.
I keep Teklo stuff in the back right there, ready to go for the second that deck is good, because I'm never ever not losing. I'm just playing that deck.
Dude, we had a 4-hour drive. We had a 4-hour drive back from Alabama, and I just straight up said, as soon as Teklo becomes like a meta hero, that's what I'm gonna take. Might play an MMO or something.
No. That's the perfect time to play. When every game goes 80 minutes and you have to assemble Omnitron, right? That's when it's time to play Flesh and Blood. Everybody get your mech suits ready.
Please, Sandra, don't LL.
I don't know. I don't know about that deck. That deck makes me sad. Okay. Current Funnel. Current Funnel is $20 in climbing. This is the Acilio effect. I also think that eventually we're going to get... Well, I mean, eventually we're going to get other lightning heroes.
Yeah, we know we're getting a reprint of Aurora. That is confirmed.
Yeah, we know at some point. Not necessarily time to do it. There's also reprints of other heroes in the works. Hello, we could talk about that later. But that one's going to be...
Starts with a D, ends with an AI.
Yeah, it ends with something, all right. I'm not necessarily thrilled to hear that, but what can we do? We knew it was coming back. But current funnel $20. That's non-foils. $27, almost $30 for rainbow foils. So definitely getting up there. Probably one of the highest Majestics out of Rosetta since the fall of Plow Under and Filling of the Crown. So definitely something to keep a lookout for. On that same area, this is a 1 month high of 138%, 3-month high of only 60%. That's Channel Millennium Tree. I think a lot of people have jumped on the Verdance train. I think there might be Kano players with Kano getting so close to LL. They might be making the switch. They might pre-switch. They might want to just get in touch with a different wizard and be ready.
It's just worse than Verdance.
Well, yeah, but I mean, maybe everybody's finally done. Maybe they're going to let the final few Kano players just take care of the job, and they're going to go switch to Verdance. There are exactly 2 listings of Channel Millennium Trees on TCG Player. They're gone. Now, they're not like exorbitant. 116. Actually, no, never mind. They're shipping there. They're both about $20. So the card is definitely up there. It's definitely being bought. There are quite a few sales in just the past week alone. So it is definitely a deck that is being targeted to be played. So there are people jumping on Verdance for ProQuest, maybe jumping on it for other things, maybe jumping on it for Worlds. But Verdance will be one of the highest shares and highest represented decks going forward, along with Gravy Syndra, most likely. And probably Florian. In lines with this, and why I started with Channel Millennium Tree first, if we could get this to load, Mr. TCG Player, if you'd be so kind as to not break. I don't know what it is. Okay. Another card has made a weird little comeback, and we're still waiting for it to load. Oh my god! It's the browser. It has to be.
Your cookies, they've died. What card are you looking at?
It's my browser 100%. Firefox is just a disaster. I'm looking at Poison the Well. I'm looking at everybody's favorite card. That's right.
I run that card.
Poison the Well.
The Prisoner's Dilemma.
$11.50 with $1 shipping. That's right. It's back up to like $14. Oh, baby. Just when you thought Poison the Well couldn't get any crazier. It's because everybody thought that card was useless. I should have bought 1 million copies of it. I should have just went for broke. I knew it was real. But Poison the Well definitely has made a resurgence. It's got a 90% increase in a 1 month. 40% from a 3 months, selling, I wouldn't say crazily, but definitely picking up sales, most of them being above $10. So welcome back, Poison the Well. little counteraction to the Germinate and the Verdances out there in the world.
RKO also hates that.
Hey, you do gain a lot of life in that deck.
Even if it's just the Sigils of Solace, as an RKO player, I play Poison the Well, because if I play against RKO and I have Poison the Well and they don't, because they go, oh, Sigil of Solace to get the life total lead, or maybe I get the life.
That's right.
Then I slap him with a Mocking Blow for 10.
See? Poison the Well. Works every time. You guys thought it was bad.
It's as bad as Rotten Remains, and I run that crappy blue in my deck too.
That Rotten Remains is another amazing blue card. Top tier. 100%. I should get a bunch of those Rotten Remains. This is more of a Living Legends thing. Coronet Peak saw a little uptick in price. I think that's just people
Icelander cards. You reminded me.
I think people just looking into Icelander for Living Legends. Cold foils are at 30, 33, and Rainbow foils are at 20. So just a slight uptick. But Coronet Peak joining some of the most recently, best-selling cards. And then lastly, this is more, I think, with the Kasai Recent Warrior cards, if I could get it to load, and that is Grains of Bloodspill. Grains of Bloodspill, I think, has just pretty much proven it to be the best warrior chest.
So good.
They've created. Definitely not a huge increase. Usually hovers around the $80 mark. It is now up to about 91 and climbing. Looks like the cold foils are sitting at 116. So definitely a little uptick in the cold foils. But that chess piece is really good. I love Courage of Bladehold. I think it's amazing design-wise. I just think that Courage is a very all-in, one-dimensional chess piece, where Grains is definitely the preferred dual-wield style, because you're trying to get more value out the course of the game. You're going to have weapons hit. You want to extend those turns, and that counts as cards in hand. So you starting with an extra resource or two makes or breaks how you can block the turn before. So it definitely works. I still think that there's certain Dawnblade scenarios where you would put Courage in, but it would have to be a very aggressive meta where you're planning on playing for 4 turns or less. Like something crazy like that.
Yeah, you plan on punting your chess piece and then breaking it, like, 2 turns.
Right, and that was like back in the Lexi meta. That's literally how it was. It was literally just block Lexi out, go literally break the chest, go for broke, and either take the whole tempo for the rest of the game or lose. And that's just how you had to play it. So, but that's what I got. I still say that ice cards are probably still criminally low for what they should be. There's probably a Levia resurgence happening sometime in the next 10 years. So you might want to, look at maybe some shadow cards. They are very, very cheap.
They stop being cowards and give us a blue 6 and like 15 more cards of support. I'm in.
There's going to be support. They know.
Dude, I do not want to play Blue Deadwood Rumbler anymore. Please stop making me play that card. It doesn't block. It's really bad. Like,
they got to have something. Eventually, there's going to be some Bravo support too. One of these years.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
Mastery Pack Guardian, another Guardian Armory deck. A set with 2 Guardians in it. Guardian support's coming.
for Bravo specifically, because he's having a problem right now, guys.
It's actually really messed up, because if you give Bravo like any specializations, guess who gets to use those? Starvo.
Yeah, well, I didn't make them have the same name. It's not me. I didn't do it. LSS did it. They need to just ban Starvo out of Living Legends.
Please just ban Starvo.
Yeah.
Stop.
If they just banned Starvo because they realized he was a mistake and he has too big of a card pool, and then they let Bravo actually have a time to shine, which is a little more of a mundane. No, we don't want Bravo to playable in LL. We just want Bravo to be able to play CC, because like the problem is I think Betsy's a better Guardian than Bravo, and that's sad. But I think Betsy's a way better Guardian than Bravo.
Things. I like her playstyle better. Bravo just swing Titan's Fist for 4 until you can command, conquer, pummel somebody. Tempo to actually play one of your specializations.
Yeah, and then you gotta hope that they don't block out your specialization that you wasted your entire turn to set up for. It's criminal. And then that's it. You do it again.
Yeah, you command and conquer, pummel them, and then they still just re-arsenal another D-react. Like,
and then you hope you get to win at the end of all of that.
yeah,
It's a
you're
bad
just like,
time.
You
It
react
doesn't
out
feel
of hand,
good.
do you react out Arsenal, and you block their crippling crush, and they take 3, and they're like, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Anyway, you're dead now.
I can't believe how many opportunities LSS has had to print Betsy's log in the last few sets, and we still don't have a log. I've been looking for her log since Heavy.
A specialization weapon that let her abuse Pager. Some interesting. Been cool. They're definitely.
It's in the works.
Yeah, they're in the meme of the children drowning in the bottom of the pool, like forever. Okay.
They're there. They're waiting. That's what I got.
You were supposed to wrap back around to like how you really need to sell your cold foil Emperor. Because
and guys,
sayonara,
I had Hold on.
Sayonara.
Cold foil.
Emperor, I'll see you later, buddy, because you are the deadest of dead unbanned heroes. There will not be a single format where Emperor is actually playable, considering he is a Marvel out of packs, and he revolves around playing a Majestic to play, because the next Skirmish season is the last Skirmish season for Blitz. Blitz is officially a retired format.
I mean, people can still play it at armories. LSS said that you can still play it at armories, and as long as it fits the needs of your community more effectively or whatever, you can still run Blitz armories.
I might
but
sound a little bit
elitist level.
But if I show up to an event and they're not handing me a cold foil for winning, I'm not staying to play Blitz. I'm a data doll player. I'm the maximum degenerate that you could be. And before that, I was a RuneGate chain player, even more degenerate. So I'm definitely not helping the problem of Blitz kind of being unpopular. I still don't want to play Blitz, even though gotta love drawing like 7 cards in one. But
Blitz is a bad format, and if Project Blue or Silver Age or whatever they're calling it now is going to take its place, it's a way better format.
But Emperor,
it's going to be a way
playable.
That's fine. I never got the Marvel Emperor, and now I'm kind of glad. Maybe it'll go down to like $300, like by collector's value. That one lady, the other fire mage.
Blaze might be.
Yeah.
Playable. I'm not sure because promo. I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good. Get her out of here.
Even worse.
No.
Corinthia.
Oh no way! No,
is not playable.
There's no way. Why?
Dawnblade Resplendent is a Majestic.
So.
It's her weapon. We don't know Silver Age's rules yet. But
that's not my fault. I didn't make that shit Majestic.
Project Blue's rule set were 0 Majestics, no exception.
But that's not really a Majestic. They made that shit like that just out of the.
I'm pretty sure if you pick up the card and look at it, there's an M on it.
Yeah, but they did that to make you feel good when you bought the Dory v. Reinhardt pack. That was it.
Sure.
They did that. They did that to make you feel majestic, like when you bought it. No, they can't do that. And that's that's
Shiana's
okay if they
playable.
do, but they can't do that.
Pretty sure Shiana isn't playable.
Shiana shouldn't be playable in Project because it would break the absolute game that they're trying to make.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, most specializations are in the M slot, so she would probably be pretty bad if they don't let her play specialization. And secondly, she's probably going to terrorize this skirmish season.
Man, do you know who's probably going to?
That new Olympia set of gear. She gets to start she gets to start 12 life up.
Yeah, there's going to be somebody that cooks so hard with Shiana that they're going to wish they never printed as many cards as they did that she used.
I gotta figure it
out. I want to play Benji for Project Blue.
He's probably fine.
Finally time to break out a little bit or a little KO Berserker run, baby. Rolling the big sixes.
In order to dodge the strange SA acronym.
Shit.
The strange SA acronym, they're going with Sage, which I think is like a cool thing format.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
I can live with that.
So
what are you calling it? Sage? Silver Age.
We don't know what the format's going to be. We don't have their ban and restricted lists. We don't know if they might go, okay, let's go a little bit into the Clash flavor where we actually utilize some of the specializations that we printed heroes to actually have. We don't know they might say, okay, these weapons, even though they're marked M's, are allowed because they're part of the hero package. They might say, okay, all heroes, regardless of rarity, are technically playable. So even though you could play Emperor, you can't play Command and Conquer, so not sure why you would play him.
This is gonna be interesting though.
Definitely not.
No matter what, this to me is going to be a way better format, way more fun, way more relaxed, way more about the fundamentals of Fab, way more new player friendly when they remove all the, because Blitz is so not new player friendly, it's unreal. People would rather sit with an armory deck and play Command like classic constructed. You get more turns. Blitz games end in 2 turns. Oh man, let me intimidate your whole hand and just blow your home up. Wow, that was a fun game. I had a really good time. I had a really good time putting my cards in my banish zone face down and waiting for my turn after I took 16. That was really good. That was a fun game.
Paul Shen is one of the newer players in our friend group. He popped up in the and I showed him Data Doll, and like the cards just started hitting the field there. And I was like, yeah, this is Blitz, man.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to play. He was trying to like play Prism or something. So he was trying to play like New Prism. I'm like, let me queue up Data Doll into you real quick. Let's see how that life total go. That lower life total. He swung into me or something. I blocked with all the equipment, banished a bunch of cards, and drew cards, quote unquote. And then I commenced to slap him down. And he's like, "Yeah, that's why people don't play."
They're not real games. I mean, even when I play Dory, like, who wants to play against a turn where, like, hey, by the way, this is the different sword where even if you block it, I'm still gonna swing twice. It's like maybe you didn't know this, but this is the other Dory. This is the one that doesn't care whether you block it. It's like, wait a minute, what? It's like, yeah, this is a problem. It's a problem. Blitz is a problem. Blitz was not a fun format. Blitz should have been a higher level, like maybe like snuck it into like Worlds or something where people were like really degenerate and liked it, but Blitz should have never been some kind of a skirmish season-esque new player format. It's just not fun.
They did do Blitz at Worlds. I mean, that
was the first
well.
Worlds,
It was
right? It's like, yeah. Well, that was before we played.
Yeah. Oh well, I didn't know that.
I think there was a resounding, this is a bad idea.
Well, it is a bad idea. No game should feel like you had absolutely no agency in it whatsoever, and that's how 90% of Blitz games feel. 90% of Blitz games are a coin flip, and then you lose the coin flip and then lose instantly.
Especially when you're going for a major title like the World Championship. That kind of variance, that kind of wild west stuff shouldn't be a part of that kind of major event.
You gotta have tempo taking. You have to have an exchange. So people have to have an attempt to respond to what's going on, and 90% of Blitz games don't have it. Either the decks don't speak to each other very well, or both people are playing a 2 to 3 turn game, if that max. And it's like, what can you do? And then you go, well, how could I have won that game? Well, you probably could have drawn something crazier there so that you hit your opponent twice as hard. It's like, oh, bet. I just needed to draw better.
You probably could have gone second.
Yeah, you probably could have just went second and confirmed some more damage.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited because even in limited, sometimes you just have non-game. Right? I think the Living Legend format is like reasonably balanced right now. I think obviously heroes get like beat up and hurt by the fact that they have to keep banning and restricting cards around Starvo. But the format after getting rid of Zephyr Needles seems pretty good. I think we'll see a lot of skill expression, and it's gonna be really interesting to see, like, does the aggro player also bring an aggro LL deck, or do you see like, or does Kano, the people playing Kano, do they just bring Kano to both events and they're running books Kano and then open the floodgates Kano? Like, they literally just have a handful of like 15 cards that they.
I mean, if I was a Kano player, that's exactly what I would do.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, technically, Verdance is playable in Living Legend. You see the Verdance players; they just take their deck and they like put in three Tome of Findles.
It's definitely not as crazy of a bad. Like, I think I was not very, very high on Living Legend, and maybe that's just because I never played any of the heroes that made it into it, so I never really had like something that I never had a foundation for it, and like I can't really play Azalea because I think she's probably one of the worst Living Legends heroes ever. But I would still want to do it.
Lexi's playable.
I never really got the Lexi fever. We could try it out. Maybe it wouldn't be bad to play like an Icelander or something like that. Really like slow the game down. Like I don't want to play Starvo because I feel like I'm just part of the problem at that point.
I played CYB Florian. I was part of the problem. I love that deck.
I'm glad that's gone. I'm glad the Zephyr Needle's gone. I'm glad
you say that, but I wasn't fatiguing people. In fact, I had the funniest interaction playing into an Icelander who was trying to fatigue me, and I was trying to hurry him up. And this is like turn 4 or something. We're already like 15 minutes in the game. We don't have a lot of decision points this early in the game. I'm like, we need to pick up the pace. And he's like, you're the one who's playing a CYB deck, man. And I'm like, sure, okay, we're gonna be like that. Anyway, on turn 7, I had over 100 rune chance, and I blasted him. I'm like, I'm not playing a fatigue deck, man. I'm playing a combo deck. Like, I think I just I like did Sigil of Solace, Thistlebloom Life, and had like a huge rune chant starting base. And then I drew my 1 Mordred Tide, and I looked at the Icelander and said, Mordred Tide, resolve? He's like, yep. Break chess piece. Resolve? He's like, yep. I'm like, germinate. Resolve? He's like, yep. And I go, I'm going to make 78 rune chants. And then he looked at it and he picked up the cards and read it and goes, yeah.
so suddenly it all makes sense, but it's too late.
Okay, but yeah, let's see why Beast's gone. I loved it, but once Crown Seeds was banned, I didn't care about that deck at all.
Yeah. All right.
I want to play Icelander.
So we get Icelander would be fun to learn how to play.
I can see that.
Icelander doesn't feel like a. Icelander feels like a very skill expressive deck. Icelander feels fun.
Yeah. What if you have a 30-point turn and I just play Hypothermia?
I mean, that was what Icelander was. I mean, that's how it was. You're like, you rolling so hot, and you're like, I'm gonna swing, and you don't realize you're playing against the ice, the ice, and then all of a sudden it's just Blizzard, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a real card.
Yep,
it is a card.
And them banning Zephyr Needles, that was one of her worst matchups, was Zephyr Needle Ira. So.
Because it's free.
Well, it's because the go again's built into the dagger, so you can't remove the go again off of it.
Oh, it's not gaining it ever.
Yeah, right.
Because it already has it. Yeah,
it's not like Hadashi that gains it because you pitched a blue.
Because you pitched a blue.
0.
Yeah.
0 cost. Yeah.
Yeah, Zephyr Needle's on a whole nother level of broken. And the Ira +1 math just makes it crazy because it's impossible to break unless you de-react it. I mean, it's criminal. Even if you break it, you're just gonna up sticks it. You're just gonna get it back.
That deck is really messed up. Up sticks and run is bananas. But yeah, it's not there. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what people cook up with, especially since Runeblade's got a benefit and a hit. Right, some of their stuff got unbanned, but then Warmonger's got unbanned, unrestricted.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And that comes at Worlds, right? Worlds will have a Living Legend portion of it. There'll be no limited. Just so everybody is on the same, no limited, which I'm a little sad. I think limited is a really, really fun. I think Super Slam would have been fun limited to watch, but we're gonna do Living Legend at Worlds instead. Which I think they need a major showcase too to just see the changes in action and get an idea of whether they've balanced
they just didn't want to
format.
listen to casters say tough nut over and over again. Yep,
probably.
That's my headcanon. They're just like, oh,
possibly.
Man,
that's too many nuts.
The caster experience here is terrible. I'm sure everyone's going to be a giant child about this. You can't have this on the largest platform in Flesh and Blood.
They would have had to bring back Flake.
No, I don't think that's the solution at all. Okay.
else did we have? We didn't have any major tournaments except for the AGE.
Yeah,
AGE thing.
KO picked up an AGE. Noah Bagelman. So I would like to say Noah Bagelman picked up an AGE win. So that was on today. No other events on today. I think we always kind of hit a little lull during the ProQuest season, so people ProQuests.
Do we have stats from this last weekend?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Recording
those
on
should
Sunday
come out tomorrow.
night. Very rarely do they come out. Almost always that 5 p.m. window.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're busy tomorrow, so that's why we couldn't record tomorrow when the stats were out. But I'm gonna go to a ProQuest and try to get Noah to actually go. It's 5 p.m. by the way. I checked. Gotta leave pretty early to get there on time.
How far away is it?
Warner Robins, Town, baby. So you let me know if you're interested, and we'll figure out how you're going to get there, whether you drive yourself or I come get you. Okay. We got anything else?
New Dromai.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I wanted to forget it. Okay, there's a lot of people ragging on it because it's clearly the placeholder was like an AI generated art piece. So people were joking, Dromai with a capital AI. But I don't think anyone's surprised that we're getting a new. But we are surprised that I think they say 2026 or 2027.
2027.
Taking flight 2027.
Man, sorry, Mara, you gotta wait a long time for Dromai.
Yeah, she responded on Twitter, and she seemed patience. She expressed a lot of patience. People can play their pirates, they can play their whatevers, and the dragons will rise again. I'm looking forward to her getting her dragons back, honestly. I'm ready to see her start doing well again.
I love the Dromai meta. So, I'm down. Bring her back. One of the healthiest board state heroes we had. If you compare how it feels to play into Gravy, who just gets 8 pitch for free, and playing into Enigma, who's been our most egregious board state hero ever, or Book Prism when she had her book.
Yeah.
Dromai has legitimate counterplay where all those other heroes just they do things that feel like you have to counterplay.
The biggest problem with Dromai was everything could be done off of one card being played. And it was just free real estate. All you needed to do was play a red card, and the sky's the limit.
I mean, yes, she was good, but she also took a really long time to LL. With no cards getting banned from her either. She never got a card touched. Still took a long time to LL.
Okay, so the placeholder name was Dromai, Mother of Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of effects do we think that might have? What kind of effects do we think she might have? Or do you think that James is just going to run back the original text again?
I don't know.
That would be
because
cool.
They just put her weapon right next to her again. Her weapon is the thing that made everything crazy, right?
Well, the original weapon was called Ashes of Sandakai or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the art was right next to there, unless they were just using that art as a place.
It was the art, the placeholder art, but the name was different. It was like Cinders of Sandakai or something.
It was a different weapon entirely. I mean, I think that they're gonna have to get these dust. They want to get the dusts in, so all the dust from whatever cavern. I think they need to have some interaction with that rather than just creating ash.
I hope
it could be they make her ash economy much harder, where she's actually incentivized to run kind of bad parts, right?
I hope not.
Or they just limit the amount of go again, because the problem again was she saved one Sigil of Solace, played it out, had go again on all her dragons, and then just won. It was I can block my entire hand, Sigil from Arsenal. Now I'm gonna swing all my board at you, and I'm gonna do this over and over again until you lose the game, and that's a problem because once it's there, it's almost damn near impossible to remove for most decks unless you have that width. I mean, there was definitely counterplay to it, but it still felt like it was free, and the ash wasn't even hard to get, and you just lose to Rake the Embers.
I mean, Dromai was around back in my ninja phase, so she was never really a terrible matchup for me. But I definitely understand why she was frustrating for a lot of different decks. She was the gatekeeper at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder.
The name of the card for her weapon is Cinders of Sandakai V5.
Oh, so this is the 5th iteration.
They've been
Lord
iterating.
only knows how broken the other 4 iterations were, or they weren't broken, and now they're like, let's keep ramping it up.
Honestly, if they
I don't
just
know.
change the name and reprint her, it would not hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't be mad either.
It kind
it
of
breaks
breaks
the
their
rules.
flavor of like LL, but I wouldn't be
They
terrible.
can
mean,
just
there's
tweak it. They can just tweak it
So
slightly.
far, we only have one precedent set, and that was Prism. So we are still in the realm of they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Prism's the only hero that LL that's gotten a replacement version so far.
Right, that's true. Everyone, all the RuneGate, 5 RuneGate players are still wanting Pain back, right? Still
Yeah.
waiting patiently. Okay. Well, that's 2 years to wait, maybe a little less because we are at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
All wait in anticipation to get our gold stolen by Kyloria.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that's going to be crazy.
To be fair, Noah, pretty sure Marlon would hate that
Yeah.
What, Dromai?
match.
Yeah.
It would be abysmal. I would have to attempt to shoot her so fast, and I don't even think there's any way. And half the go
Dude,
fish doesn't
she
even
could
work.
steal your gold. She could cover your arrows with like all these like reactions and sand cover and stuff. Not good, man. Okay.
That's why I got. That's why I got Dory. That's why I got Dory in the back pocket just in case. Because Beat of the Iron Song is a hell of a card.
I just want Leviah, doesn't suck. Like
That's the new hero. That's the new Leviah hero coming out. They're gonna make a new Leviah before they fix the old Leviah.
Monarch 3, and then she's going to lap her in LL points.
Yeah, the old Leviah is gonna have to watch new Leviah LL.
just give her like a Polycranka that once per game she could turn blood to. Maybe that would do it. Zombie Polycranka.
I feel like
That
that
would
would
be-
allow you to do some crazy like purposeful like tank for a turn.
Give Leviah a pet. Okay, I'm with it.
Because
I
you
can see that.
get one free save when you.
Oh no, I blocked 12 and then I just don't die. Oh, dude, that's crazy flesh and blood. Who would think that that's like who would ever print? That I just get to block with all 4 cards in my hand and then not immediately take 9 blood debt and die. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
well, I don't make the rules. I didn't look. You got some powerful cards you're throwing from that bandage stone. You gotta have blood debt.
Oh, sweet. I played Blood Rush spell. I discarded my 1 card that vanishes. Oh, man. Dang. Guess I'm dead. Anyway, here's 28 point damage that you just block and then I die. Okay. I'm not bitter. Anything else that you guys want to talk about?
Just want to reiterate that Pleiades is fun. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 0-4 to ProQuest or 0-6 or whenever the hell I show up, and I don't really care. I just want to shoot somebody with some arrows. To me, I ain't worried about it. One, I wouldn't go. I can't. Like, it's just too much to invest into it. But I'd still like to win just for the sake of it. On some arrows.
Get some LL points for.
Yeah, she has 0 LL points. 0. Not 1 LL point. And Dorian somehow keeps climbing, and I feel like I gotta go play. I gotta get some LL points for Dory, or I'm gonna feel bad that I didn't aid that into the void. And then we're gonna have to wait 800 years for another Doranthia. That's probably gonna suck. So what are you gonna do? But once she gets too high, I'll have to switch back to Doranthia and play really degenerate, just so I can get like 1 good LL victory, 1 good win.
Okay.
I got all the cards ready to go. I'm ready to make that swap any day of the week.
I believe in you, Noah.
I do. I'm ready. That Marlin deck is. I'm gonna have 0 misses. Calling it right now. Never gonna miss. All my gold breaks are gonna be perfect.
Let me know how it goes.
Get us out of
It
here.
won't go that way.
Okay. Noah, where can everybody find you, buddy?
Here in my room. No, It is true though, no joke. At Big Max Fab on Twitter, at Big Max on Blue Sky. My hands are opening up packs of cards. I love all the love and support. I definitely want to do a different box. We're almost done with Super Slam, and then I've kind of voided out all my other shit. So I think I've got Outsiders and Bright Lights. So we'll have to just make deal with what we got until I find something fun to open. But yeah,
cool.
I like cards.
Thomas?
Yeah, you can find
Thomas,
me
what about you?
You can find me at What the System Fab on Twitter or What the System in Discord, practicing RKO.
Check. And I am Draco Hominus 87 everywhere social media is sold. I don't have a Blue Sky anymore, but I am, like I said, always stalking Twitter. If you see Siblings in Cardboard on a live stream, it's most likely me. It might be Noah, but it's most likely me. Anything else, guys, before we close it out?
Oh,
Just check the time. If it's super early in the morning, it's me. I don't sleep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed catching up with us this week. And if you did, subscribe or follow, depending on where you found us, to catch us again next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. And remember, we are all siblings in cardboard.
So check this out. You're not ready for this. This is catch of the day. It's got this crazy mechanic called Go Fish. You tap this little harpoon can in here. Bam. You get the old Go Fish. But you wouldn't know what those cards did unless you read them. But I mean, I actually do know what these cards do. The idea is you got to read the cards and then do the cards. You know, like discarding your cards.
Yeah, I need to read the cards. I don't know what those cards do.
Yeah, 100 more
They
episodes.
let you play Go Fish.
100 more episodes, and I think people will start
Well, we can always switch it up. I'm in the mood for something different. I'll think of something. But it just doesn't have that je ne sais quoi like discard your cards. Take care.
Good night, everybody.